Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signature TV, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signature TV. News in your pocket.
Welcome back. This is still Signature Morning, and this morning we're turning the spotlight into Anambra State, where political activities are already heating up ahead of November 2025 governorship election. And we have Elder Ugochukwu Ugweje to give us update on the gubernatorial election. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning, Elder Ugochukwu. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, I think it was great. I think I'm taking a position now, so let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Please give us the update in Anambra State concerning the November election.
Yes, the update is very unusual and unusual with the happening. Anambra is the Captain Carlos area now. We have the Dugachi people mesmerizing the common man. They are called the people doing the same thing. Recently, their chap brigade joined them. 4 days ago, there was a shooting in the market. 4 people they claim lost their life. These are all the ingredients of the politics.
With a population of about 36 million people, the Southeast is awash with stories. Every day on Southeast News, we tell the peculiar story of the Southeast and her people.
Our Southeast should be the Silicon Valley of Nigeria.
Their successes, achievements, and daily challenges. Do you have a Southeast story to share? Community achievements and challenges, completed and uncompleted projects, bad roads, water scarcity, erosion, flooding, insecurity, or even disagreements? Bring it on to Southeast News. On Southeast News, no story is too big or too small. Southeast News. Let's tell our story. Showing on Signature TV every weekday at 4 p.m. WAT, 1600 hours GMT.
Welcome back, and we're still on the line with Elder Ugweje talking on the Anambra State elections. Please continue, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, I said things are happening around here. But all in all, we can take all the ingredients of politics. Recently, about 2 days ago, there was an outburst in the market. 4 people were gone down, about 3 or 4 people were gone down by the group called Ocha Brigade. Their mission into the market is what I don't know. You may probably have heard about the Akodo people and their activities and that of the Udogachi. So these are all geared towards political struggle. And then the last is the oral combat that the governor and the deputy governorship aspirant they have gone into now. And this oral comeback, it's not a joke. Nobody knows what it may metamorphose into. Because the way they're going, it may cause a serious trouble.
Okay, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, the conversation continues.
With a population of about 36 million people, the Southeast is awash with stories. Every day on Southeast News, we tell the peculiar story of the Southeast and her people.
Our Southeast should be the Silicon Valley of Nigeria.
Their successes, achievements, and daily challenges. Do you have a Southeast story to share? Community achievements and challenges, completed and uncompleted projects, bad roads, water scarcity, erosion, flooding, insecurity, or even disagreements? Bring it on to Southeast News. On Southeast News, no story is too big or too small. Southeast News. Let's tell our story. Showing on Signature TV every weekday at 4 p.m. WAT, 1600 hours GMT.
All right, we're still talking to Elder Ugochukwu. Elder Ugochukwu, if you can hear me, what is the role of the INEC, come November election?
Yes, INEC, they did the recent voters review. The one they did that last year ended up in August. But recently, the recent ones they are doing, we will not catch a glimpse of it. The recent ones they are doing, we will not catch a glimpse of it around the Anambra here. So when I asked lastly, I was told that even if it will take place, the machines will be stationed at the local government for people that are too desirous to register to come and do. That they won't move it out, neither would they send out their staffs to go about, doing the registration. Whereas in other areas, we know, Oshun have registered close to 170,000. They are doing it. But I don't know why Anambra's case is very unique. So the registration, the INA people say they are prepared. There's never a time they will tell you they are not prepared. They will always be prepared until that day. Then when you see the abnormality, you will not know. And when you see the lapses, you will not conclude how prepared they were.
All right. What would you say about the saga going on between Soludo, Senator Ekunife, and the likes? Soludo said Senator Nicholas Ukachukwu had F9 in English and also had F9 in mathematics and economics, and he's asking him, how do you intend to run the state if you cannot comprehend anything? What is your stake on that? And so Ludo also attacked Ekunife as having fake PhD, failed businesses, and does land grabbing and all that. What does that say about their position in running Anambra State gubernatorial election?
I am disappointed in Soludo's perfection about academic show, presenting papers. We've been told a long time that examination is not the true test of knowledge, which we know, we can affirm it. In Nigeria today, Elon Musk, what they call it, the man that produced computer, what qualification does he have? Even in Nigeria, yeah, people like Ojuku make third class. But these are same men. People like Jennifer Yeni, third class. Even Shoyinka, third class. So I don't know, with the level of Soludo, why is it condescend too low as to be reasoning too myopic, I don't know. Is it the qualification that is going to rule the state, or you, the wisdom? The Bible said wisdom is profitable to direct, and in everything we should get wisdom. Meaning that it is wisdom that is paramount in every aspect of leadership. Without wisdom, you cannot lead well. And in wisdom, you don't get it through education. It is an inherent knowledge bestowed on you by God. And that is why, in the local setting, a professor will come in a land dispute between himself and the brother. The local man will sit down and tell him that he is wrong, even with his professorship. They will take collect money from him and eat his meat and go away and then pass the judgment against him. Because he doesn't know what it entails, but the people that knew about it have decided it. You don't know everything because you are a professor. Leading Nigeria, yes, it demands some academic whatever, but then it is not the same thing. Because when you are starting with leadership position, you have people under you. You recruit technocrats that are there. With your wisdom, you direct them on what you want, and then they'll get it. So for him to be hinging or shouting about PhD, this and that, it is not what we need. Anambra State, we have tried them that have qualification. You see their failure. Umbarinju was here with a lot of PhD, more than 8 PhDs. What did he achieve? Himself has come. Professor. Well, now what have we seen? Peter Bida said he was a mail trader. Made a result. More than all of them. That was not passing the story of his doctorate qualification. made the result.
All right.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, Elder Ugweje. Now, aside these controversial statements made by Soludo, I'd also like us to look at, what happened in the by-elections and what that means for November elections. Because after that by-election, a lot of controversies, a lot of allegations. The ADC is alleging, that the accreditation tax for wards and local governments were withheld. We also have issues of vote buying allegations that have surfaced. Petitions to APC. I think Valentine Ozibo's petition to APC over alleged fraud in the primary. A lot of allegations, a lot of controversies. So what would you say, how is that looking like for Anambra State? What would you say the role INEC had to play in all of this? And, what is it, is this what we're going to expect in November? What are your thoughts on that and the responses from all of these allegations?
Well, INEC has been commercialized. And since no penalty for anybody that contravenes the law in Nigeria, since there's no penalty, so what do you expect? People do their own thing their own way. Yes, the election that was done in the South, the candidate himself, according to reports, what they reported, the candidate himself was already held hostage in his house. And it is believed that this election has been conducted by the ABGA a day before the day of election. Because the meeting in Oka, where a lot of people, they said, submitted their voters card, and 10,000 was given to them. This vote card, what they use it to do is what I do not know. But I believe that, obviously, they may have collected some information from that voters card and then use it to feed their IRF that gave them the result. So ABGA traded money in that election, no doubt about it. And it's like APC was taken unaware. They didn't know such amount of money will come into the system. So a lot of betrayers too. People that were supposed to work for APC reneged from the agreement and then went about doing other things. So when ABGA people took over the whole field, the polling unit. So that was it. So but then it will not deter us in Anambra from getting into that of November 8th. APC must have learned their lesson. People too, the voters must have learned their lesson. It may not be business as usual. This time around, people are going to focus on the dividend provided by the governor and the dividend, the benefit of voting the new person, what it should look like. Don't forget that the Anambra Africa government, they have the militia, their militia do call Aguna Chamber. They have the Udogachi, they have the Udogachi, they have people. These are people they use to terrorize the environment that get some people away from voting. I mean that of Anambra South election. So all these things this time may be taken into consideration and then may be caged, may be checkmated. And I don't believe such scenario will repeat itself, except APC and others to repeat. Because there should have been need to ban Aguna Chamber or Udogati. And then this is Akodo people. Restrict them maybe 300 meters from any polling unit. So they don't come around. So people have their free movement and the free decision to vote whom they want to vote for. They should not be allowed to come nearer any polling unit or even to terrorize the people or even to be 6 feet gone around the environment. Because there could be accidental discharge, like what happened yesterday before today in the market. The willingness to shoot the people was not there. But as they mesmerized them with guns, so the gun had to explode. So these are things government should look into, federal government should look into, or federal police or a commission of police should look into. Let these people be killed. Let them be that checkmate. Let them be checkmated so that such thing will not repeat itself again.
All right. Now,
as per the oral compact between the governor and the certificate, it does not rest on the governor to begin to cheat on her about a certificate. All she should report the matter to either ASP or the body responsible for checking documents. After all, she was certified capable by INEC, depending on the certificate she presented. The onus does not rest. The onus does not rest on the governor again to begin to pick on her based on what has been passed already. If she has a set university certificate, the university that gives the certificate, they are there. He should go and verify and present whatever documents they give to him to buttress his claim. But you see now, at times, somebody has said, hey, my guy, my God. The governor thinks he has a mouth, you know, that he can say a lot of things. And then this is a woman now, she has come up with her own by saying some nasty things about the governor and even trying to indict the wife. You see? So it's an area they should try to stop now. They should stop it now before they introduce another thing. Because it may dent some people's image if they don't know. They may think it's another, just let them say, another come back. But then, he's teaching a lesson. It goes a long way, even to teach some politicians too. That what you do, somebody is watching you. What you are saying, somebody is watching you. Like the women in political settings, some of them come out to be following men here and there. Be careful. And then the man that thinks that because he has money, you can put on anything, put on a basket pass and come to political campaign. Watch it. Somebody is watching you. So that is that.
all right, Mr. Ugweje. Now, I'd like to ask, looking at the front runners currently, both the parties and the candidates, do you think any of them stand a chance to unseat the incumbent governor, and what are your expectations for the November election?
Why not? Is it not people? It's people that vote now. If the people are happy with the present government, well, they will return them back. But if they are not happy and they agree to vote against them, why would they go away? From the little sampling we are doing, most people are not happy. Most people are not happy. The government may say they are trying. It depends on what the area they are going. You don't buy somebody that has not eaten. Your son is hungry, and then you go to buy him football. It's a misplaced priority. That is not what he or she wants. You don't torment people that are already tormented through tax and illegal business.
All right, it seems that unfortunately we have lost Mr. Ugochukwu Ugweje. We're talking on the Anambra State Guber elections and the build-ups to November. Well, that is the much we can take on that conversation. And coming up next, we'll be having Political Circle, after which we'll connect to our Abuja studios for the continuation of the show. Do stay with us.